What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and of course, yesterday was round one of the NFL draft, and I loved the pick the Colts made yesterday. I loved it when Leatu Latu was announced as the Colts pick. Got very excited, and I get it. There's concerns with the neck. However, there has been no setbacks over the last couple of years. Doctors have given him the okay to play, and he's been dominant. He was a monster for UCLA. So adding him to this defense, I think is going to improve it quite a bit, especially with him being next to DeForest Buckner. Can't double team Buckner anymore, guys. You just can't do it because if you do it, guess what? Leatu is just going to fly right to the quarterback. So good luck trying to stop DeForest Buckner with one man, and good luck to stopping Leatu with one man. It's going to be just so much fun for other NFL offenses. But we're going to move on to round two. And I wanted to talk about some players I could see the Colts drafting at pick 46 if they end up being available. There have been a couple players I think some people expected to be taken in round one that actually fell into the second round. I'm going to talk about those players and others as well. But before I do, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 2,000 before the start of the upcoming season. So if you can help me get there, I would really appreciate it. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. So with that being said, let's move on to the second round. And we're going to start off with defense because there's really only two players I think are possibilities if they're at 46. And look, I know a lot of Colts fans want Edgerrin Cooper. However, after drafting Leatu, I don't really see the need for adding Edgerrin Cooper. He's a good player, absolutely. Very good. I just don't really see the need, and I don't think Chris Ballard is going to draft him because you don't really need to address linebacker. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the secondary, but cornerback. First guy, Kool-Aid McKinstry, good player, played in the SEC, did a good job for Alabama this past season and the season prior as well. Like his name, Kool-Aid. I think that's pretty cool. Goes right up there with Jim Bob Cooter as far as cool names that we have on this team. But Kool-Aid McKinstry is a talented cornerback. Me personally, I wouldn't go with him. I would go receiver over him, or I would go with the next guy we're going to talk about over him. Solid player. If we take him, I'm not going to freak out. You're addressing the secondary, which does need some attention. But he would be a depth piece for sure. Maybe he could develop and be the starter, but for right now, he's definitely going to be a depth piece if the Colts were to take him. But he's a very talented cornerback. I wouldn't hate it, but I personally just wouldn't go in that direction. However, I will say this. Even though I want a receiver with pick 46, if Cooper DeJean is available at pick 46, I'm taking him 100%. This is a first round talent player who is going to be available in the second round. Yeah, I'm adding him. He will help our secondary out quite a bit. And look, I get it. We'd be going defense in the first two rounds, and I know some Colts fans would not be a fan of that. However, Cooper DeJean is good enough to where I would be like, fine, I'm good with it. Take an edge round one. Take somebody for the secondary in round two. I'm totally cool with that. You could put Cooper DeJean in the safety room, and it would improve our safety room a lot. You can stick him with our corners, and I think we could have a very good cornerback group with him being added to that room. I don't expect him to be available at 46, though. I think he's going to be taken in the 30s. I don't see him getting past 40. However, you never know. Dallas Turner got past pick 8. Nobody thought that would happen. You had Joe Alt being taken at 5. A lot of people thought it'd be J.C. Latham instead of Joe Alt. So you never know what can happen. A lot of crazy things have happened in this draft. I mean, Michael Penix was picked by the Falcons at pick number 8. So crazy things have happened. I'm adding Cooper DeJean if he's available at pick number 46. But now we're going to move on to the offense. And we'll start with the offensive line because there's one guy I see that I think could be the pick if available at pick 46. I could see the Colts going for Jackson Powers Johnson, who is a center from Oregon. I think you need to add a center to this room. I do. I think you need to find the guy that's going to replace Ryan Kelly when that time comes. Jackson Powers Johnson could absolutely be that guy. He absolutely could replace Ryan Kelly. And I think whenever it happens in the next couple of years, I think he's going to be developed to the point where you throw him out there and you're not going to miss a step. You're going to be perfectly fine. Things are going to continue to go the way they have been. Very good center. I don't know if I would take him in round two, personally speaking. However, I could see Chris Ballard making this pick. You win in the trenches. That's something he has always said. I would prefer somebody that can actually play this year instead of somebody that you would hold on to for a bit. But again, this is a guy that I think could be a very good center. And I think when Ryan Kelly retires or when he's no longer with the team, I think Jackson Powers Johnson is somebody who could absolutely come in, take over, and do a really good job. So that's the one guy on the offensive line I could see being taken in the second round. But let's move on to the wide receivers that I could see Chris Ballard drafting. The first one is A.D. Mitchell. I don't think he gets the 46. Just going to make that clear. However, if he is available at pick 46, he's somebody I could see the Colts drafting. My only concern with him is his tendencies to take plays off sometimes. That does concern me. However, as a number three, number four receiver selected in the second round, I'm okay with it. I can live with it because he's not going to be on the field constantly. So I'm not as worried, especially with him being taken in the second round. Another guy, Jalen Polk from Washington. Maybe they go with a different Washington receiver and Jalen McMillan. That could be somebody. Troy Franklin is someone that I could see possibly being drafted by the Colts. And Devontae Walker from North Carolina. Maybe he's taken by the Colts. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's two receivers that I think have the best chance to be drafted by the Colts. And they're really sticking with me. One in particular. The first guy is Keon Coleman. I get it. Not the fastest receiver. This guy can get up there and catch the ball. This guy can win those 50-50 battles. I'm cool with it. He may not beat his man deep down the field, but he's going to beat his man when it comes to catching the football. So if Richardson wants to throw a 50-yard, 50-50 type ball, Keon Coleman can absolutely get up there and grab it. That is why I look at him as a deep threat. And, he can do other things pretty well, too. I really do like Keon Coleman. I think he's a first-round talent, personally. I absolutely believe he's a first-round talent. And I think if he went into the draft last year or maybe next year, I think there's a chance he would be selected in the first round. But I do think he has a really good chance of being a Colt if he ends up being available at pick 46. But the one that's really sticking to me that I could really see being a Colt, and right now, if I had to guess who I think is going to be taken at 46, this is the guy that I think will be taken at 46. It's Malachi Corley from Western Kentucky. I get it. He went to Western Kentucky. Not a great school for football. This guy is a yards after catch machine. This guy can get you those yards. He will fight for those yards. And I think Shane Steichen, the offensive genius that he is, can develop plays for Malachi Corley where he can thrive. Look, I get it. He was used mostly in like short 5 yard type of passes, maybe less than a yard, behind line of scrimmage type of situations. I totally get it. But even then, his ability to get 12.5 yards per catch when he's behind the line of scrimmage at times, that's pretty impressive to me. But this guy's also a pretty solid route runner. Is he the best route runner in this draft? No, he's not, but he's a good route runner, and I think that's all he really needs if he's going to go to Indianapolis. I think Shane Steichen is going to develop some plays that will help him thrive in this offense, and I think he can be an absolute weapon for this offense. So he is the one, oddly enough, I think it's picked at 46. That's the one that's kind of been sticking with me since like the draft ended earlier yesterday, since round one ended. That's the one that's really been sticking to me. So if I had to guess, personally, I think Malachi Corley is going to be the pick at 46, unless Cooper DeJean is available. That's like the one player I think they would take over Malachi Corley. I think if Cooper is available, they're going to go Cooper DeJean. But if he's not available, and he won't be available at pick 46, I think Malachi Corley is the guy to watch out for. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. Again, I'm trying to get to 2,000 before the start of the upcoming season. So if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like the video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.